I'm sure many of you have seen the controversy broiling from the Philadelphia baseball game, to which a father had gotten a home run hit baseball for his son, only to have it brutally taken by a Karen.
With a blessing of our great Almighty God.
Or so everybody is acting like. Apparently, I have a very controversial take on this, and I don't understand why. But this is a perfect encapsulation of why I started to speak out politically. It's because back in 2020, when I saw so many men I respected, and the amount of Americans in general fold to the unconstitutional and tyrannical mandates set out by our government, it terrified me. It made me realize, maybe, why not me? Why shouldn't I speak out? Because back in 2020, when they were saying that you aren't allowed to go to work, only 2 weeks to slow the spread, shut down your lifelong business because you're not essential, there were far too many people that just gave in, shuttered their doors forever because they were too afraid to get a fine, so they'd rather lose everything than say no. And I feel like this is a perfect encapsulation of this. And what's worse is this man here did it in front of his son. And he showed his son, he taught his son that if only you give in to a bully, if you give in and avoid controversy, then maybe everybody else will come and save you. And that's what's happening right now, because the father and the son are getting rewarded for this behavior of the father. The kid ended up getting a signed baseball bat and got to meet the team, and everybody's doxing the Karen as if she's the one in the wrong, which, I mean, she is. Yeah, she's wrong for doing this. Let's go through this and let me show you what I see in this. Because apparently me posting this on social media, on my X page, people don't understand what I'm saying, or they refuse to see what I see. Check this out. We have, let's count them here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people going for the same ball. In no way is she entitled to this ball. 5 people are going for it. It's a home run hit. Everybody goes for the ball. It is a free-for-all, okay? The dad comes away with it. Good job, Dad. Hero. Goes over, brings it to his son. Look at that. Amazing. Yes, he should be he should be condemned for this. This is so unbelievably cowardly that I have a hard time witnessing it. First of all, don't let anybody grab you like this. This is ridiculous. And he already knew she was coming. He knew that she was following her, and he decided to hug his kid and pretend like nothing, that she wasn't going to come over and try and yell at him or something. But then his initial reaction of cowering in fear, and people are praising him for de-escalating the situation. This isn't de-escalation. This is cowardice and fear. This is him cowering away from any kind of conflict. You don't have to punch the woman in order to get your way. You stand in front of her and you say, no, go back to your seat. I got the ball first, and now it's my son's. Go away. Everybody's saying, well, what if she resorted to violence? What? She's going to break her fist on my face? I don't care. She can't hurt me. She shouldn't be able to hurt him. Why is everybody scared? Why is that even a thought? Oh, you got to be careful of these unhinged Karens. They might turn violent. So, push her away. No, it's not that hard. Yet for some reason, people are praising him for the de-escalation and having the patience and wisdom to not escalate the situation in front of his son. No, you know what his son sees right now? Because look at this. Let's go a little bit further, okay? I'm going to mute this. Let's go a little bit further. Okay, she does the finger. She's pointing. It was my ball. I got it. It should have been mine. Yeah, selfish Karen who doesn't understand consequences. Very easy to handle. Just say no. Go back to your seat. Leave us alone. Not that hard. And, first of all, the first thing he should have done is step in front of his kid. The fact that he is hiding behind his child right now infuriates me as well. And now he's pointing, look, I gave it to my son. I didn't do anything wrong. Ugh. And look what he does. He reaches into his son's glove and then he gives it to her. There it is. There it is. Capitulate. I don't want any conflict. Yeah, I'm sure the son looking up at his dad right now. Look, I never want to see that look from my son. His son is unbelievably shocked that his dad gave his ball away. That his dad reached into his glove and gave it to a Karen to appease her. Let me tell you what, you don't appease bullies. You don't get rid of bullies by giving in to every one of their demands. And you shouldn't rely on the idea that everybody else is going to save you. Because now Gen Z, but now everybody's on the internet, and so they want to go out and dox this lady and ruin her life, all because of the cowardly actions of the father. This could have been stopped immediately. This is why I blame feminism on men. This is why the idea of happy wife, happy life, just give in to everything and everything will be all right. That's not how life works. Americans forgot how to say no, especially men. That's why men aren't the leaders of their spouses anymore. That's why men aren't leaders in their households. That's why divorce rates are so high. This is why kids are growing up in fatherless homes, even when they do have a father, is because he gave his balls away a long time ago, not just to this Karen. He gave them away way before this. He's willing to compromise everything in his life to not have any kind of conflict. Yet somehow I'm the one with the bad take here. Somehow people are saying that I'm the bad one because I'm pointing out the weakness and cowardice that I see. I'm tired of losing everything to these tyrants, to these Karens. This is why everything in media is fake and gay right now. This is why gay is in every one of your video games. That's why they're teaching it in school. That's why they turned the Little Mermaid black. That's why they made a whole new Iron Man series of a black girl. This is why everything in our culture is being lost. It's because everybody's just doing this. No, I'll give everything away. I'll give everything away because I don't want conflict. I don't want to ruffle feathers. Guess what? When you stand up and say no, you will have conflict, but you have to be strong enough and capable enough in order to back that up. You have to say no and mean it. It's not that hard. And you know what? Sometimes you will lose. Sometimes maybe he would have been painted as a bad guy. So what? At least his kid would have still had respect for him. But instead now, his kid is now understanding that all you have to do is give in and maybe everybody else around you will save you. That's why you shouldn't get a gun. Why would you use a gun for self-defense when you can just call the cops? Somebody else will come and save you. You don't want to have any kind of conflict. Just give in to all the crazy batshit people on the street and maybe somebody else will save you. We don't have a society full of strong, independent men anymore. This is why us as private citizens, this is why we're not private citizens anymore. This is why the trans people can say, respect my pronouns or I'm going to go off myself. They make these threats, and instead of just saying, no, stop being crazy, we just give in. This is our society. This is the perfect encapsulation of why I began to speak out. And I know it's just a stupid baseball game. I get that. It's a dumb baseball game, but to me, I see this as just another reason why our society is filled with weak men and why we have so many problems right now. It's because it's not just a baseball game. It's also the common sense gun control, right? It's all the government mandates that came out. That was his response. Oh, well, I'll just give in. I'll just lose the business I've been building up for 20 years. I'll just shut my doors forever. I just won't go to church anymore because daddy government says I'm not allowed to. I'll just take unemployment and sit at home and not do anything. Expect everybody else to keep my household afloat. I'll keep taking the tax dollars. Somebody else will do it. Somebody else will save me. I don't think I'm in the wrong here. And I'm legitimately pissed off at this. I'm pissed off that they rewarded this behavior. And I'm pissed off that everybody's trying to dox the Karen. This is why I also blame feminism on men. Because men don't know how to say no. They just give in to everything. They just give up. Don't stand up for yourself. Maybe everybody else can save you, but just continue to give in. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. You know what? It's not her fault. She got what she wanted. And yeah, people are going to try to dox her and get her fired from her job right now. And so maybe she'll rethink some of the things, or maybe she'll get more angry and become more of a Karen. But let me tell you what, in today's society, with all the women that are not getting married and not having kids, we're about to have half of millennials be this lady right here. This is going to be our entire voting block very soon. Are women like this, unhappy women that get their way because they can yell at, they feel that they're okay enough to grab a man and demand that he give in, and he does. And he does. Hard times create weak men. No, that's not right. Hard times create strong men. Strong men create good times. Good times create weak men. That's where we're at right now. Weak men create hard times. Says it all. That's the face of a champion right there. She gets what she wants. She goes and asks for it. And the men just cower in fear from the almighty Karens. Because what if she escalated to violence? Huh? I can't. I can't. I don't understand. I don't get it. And I guess our society is just going to keep doing this. Because you know what? I bet you anything that this dad bought the Nintendo Switch 2 for his son as well. The console of which you definitely own nothing. They can shut your console down at any time. You know, you will own nothing and you will be happy. This mentality is what gets us there. Because you know what? He's going out and he's leasing a new car every 2 to 4 years, and he's buying his kid the Switch 2 and asking his kid what do you want for dinner? Well, maybe we should start thinking about going to bed sometime soon. Maybe we should he's the friend of his kid. He's not raising his son to be a man. The lesson taught to his son here is give in, avoid conflict at all costs, and maybe you'll be rewarded for it because everybody else will come to save you. I'm gonna cut it here. I've been going on for 13 minutes now. Sorry. It's just I can't deal with this anymore. I don't want to praise this man at all in any way, shape, or form. And I don't want to take it out on the Karen because she's just doing what she knows and what our society has allowed for so long. If a Karen yells, just give in. Just give everything away. Take care, you guys. God bless. See you later.